Well, we bought almost 10 years ago, and the basement was completely unfinished. The concrete floor was coming up and bringing up a lot of dust, so every time we came downstairs to get something and go back upstairs, we were tracking dust throughout the entire house.
And they got tired of hearing about me yell, or you're hearing me yell about it, sorry.
Yeah, so we decided, we started saving money from day one, knowing that with the size of the basement, it was going to take a lot to get it done, and we finally had enough, so we pulled the trigger and called you folks. I knew I needed a theater, so there was that, a wet bar, a workout room,
Oh, yep.
and
A bathroom.
And a play area for our son.
And storage.
We had to go through a few before we were able to settle with Finished Basements Plus.
Yeah.
Came down to 2, and then there were a few deciding factors that Finished Basements Plus really offered that the others didn't, and that's why we went with them.
I loved the detailed quote that we got, almost itemized. I loved the idea of the online calendar. That was a big selling point.
Right.
A lot of the workers coming into our house being employees was also, it made me feel a lot more comfortable. Overall, I just felt like because of those things and how structured everything seemed, it would be a lot less painful, and we'd be happier with the outcome.
It was actually really fun working, or at least seeing the workers work. We made a couple of choices that, at the time, I thought they were great choices, and had workers actually come up and say, "Do you have a minute? I have something to show you," and we would discuss just minute details, but because the guys were so experienced, obviously they saw things that I had no idea about, but they said, "I think you might want to do it this way," and it made a lot of sense once they pointed it out. So it was a great experience.
Yeah, and we had very little pain with the whole process. Only a couple of things came up, and our project manager addressed them very quickly. So it was, when we tell other people our story of working with your company, they're blown away. They're like, we don't hear about an experience like that. Just having the additional space. When I used to work out on the treadmill down here, it was just very open. It didn't feel warm at all. It wasn't comfortable. So now having the dedicated workout room is wonderful. Having a space where he can go and watch a movie if I'm going to do something else is great. Our son has his gaming area that he can play at. So it's given us just even more space to sort of expand, which is good and bad.
And we also have almost monthly family get-togethers where we call it a game night. And now we have a dedicated space where we can actually put tables down here and have the room where people can do that. They can get a cocktail, they can use the restroom, watch TV, do whatever, and it's all kind of right here.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say it was a surprise because we were warned about it, but the amount of dust.
We're not upstairs.
Right, the project manager told us, you really want to cover anything that you leave down here, and you want to cover your vents with cheesecloth, because since we have forced air, it would bring some of the dust up. I thought, okay, how bad can it be? There was a lot of dust.
Yeah.
So it wasn't horrible. We just kind of stayed on top of it during the whole period. But it, just like I said, I was stunned with how much dust there was.
We would absolutely recommend Finished Basements Plus to a friend or family or anybody who will listen.
Yeah, my sister's actually having her basement finished by your company as well. In fact, they're starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I think that speaks volumes, just the fact that we have family who's also going to be doing it, because not only from what we've said, but they came by and saw the finished product and said, wow, we need to contract with them as well.
Yeah, I think it's the quality of the work.
Yes.
The people who work for the company, just the whole experience was just so fantastic that, yeah, we would recommend it to anybody.
Yes. No, it was a great experience. We really don't have anything negative to say about it. Working with the guys, or not necessarily working with, but working with Pam and Chelsea to do the design work, and then having Steve just stay on top of everything and knowing exactly when people were coming and going and when to expect deliveries. It was flawless. It really was.